Today's news.
Sparked by politics.
This individual was actually a candidate for office.
California flooding.
This one was way worse. It's tough.
Deadly encounter.
Nobody should die from a simple traffic stop.
Good morning. I'm Steve Kathan with the CBS World News Roundup. A failed Republican candidate in New Mexico, convinced last fall's election was rigged and he had been cheated, is accused in a series of shootings at the homes of elected Democrats. Albuquerque Mayor Tim Keller.
This was about a right-wing radical, an election denier, and someone who did the worst imaginable thing you can do when you have a political disagreement, which is turn that to violence.
39-year-old Solomon Pena is accused of masterminding shootings at the homes of 2 county commissioners and 2 state senators. No one was injured in the attacks over the last several weeks. Deputy Police Commander Kyle Hartsock says 4 others conspired with Pena, and he allegedly paid cash for them to carry out at least 2 of the drive-by shootings.
On the last shooting, we now have evidence, too, that Pena himself went on this shooting and actually pulled the trigger on at least one of the firearms that was used.
Police used bullet casings, vehicle, and cell phone records to make the arrests. Now to California, where the death toll is now at least 20 after a string of strong storms. CBS's Chris Van Cleve says water and mud have inundated scores of homes.
Marjorie Cruz and her husband woke up to the roar of cascading mud slamming into their Berkeley, California home of more than 20 years.
It's trees and debris.
Mud piling up to their roof, breaking through their home and flowing into their backyard.
It's pretty sobering. 23 years, we haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything like that here where it's actually taken out a home.
More than 500 landslides like this one have occurred statewide since the new year, and more than 100 slides between just Sunday and Monday alone.
The danger doesn't just stop once the rain stops.
David Montgomery is a professor of geomorphology at the University of Washington.
For some of the deeper, larger landslides where it takes longer time for that water to seep down to the layers that are destabilized, it can take weeks and sometimes even months for the danger to really be passed.
Marjorie Cruz worries another mudslide could leave her without a home to return to.
We just are at the mercy of this mud and hoping and praying and keeping our fingers crossed that it doesn't take the rest of my house out.
Republicans are keeping up the pressure on the White House over the discovery of documents marked classified at locations linked to President Biden.
House Republicans want much more White House information about the handling of sensitive government documents found at Mr. Biden's Delaware residence and a Washington office. Speaker Kevin McCarthy.
The White House tried to say it was all cleared up on Thursday. Now that we find there's more, I think there's a lot of questions that continue to raise, and we want to get all the information possible.
One bit of information the White House says is not possible: visitor logs for the president's private home. They supposedly do not exist. Tom Foti, CBS News, Washington.
Officials in Memphis say police officers will be disciplined over the death of a black man after a traffic stop. As CBS's Elise Preston reports, the man's family wants them arrested.
Justice for Nichols!
Calling for justice.
No justice!
No peace! And accountability. The family of Tyree Nichols is demanding answers from the Memphis Police Department after they say the 29-year-old was beaten by police during a traffic stop. Memphis police say that on the night of January 7th, officers attempted to pull over a car for reckless driving, which led to a confrontation. They say the suspect then fled on foot, leading to the second confrontation. Once under arrest, police said the suspect complained of shortness of breath and was taken to the hospital. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is investigating a possible use of force by Memphis police.
The truth is going to come out.
Attorney Ben Crump is representing the family.
If you have nothing to hide, why not release the video?
Also from Memphis, there's where there will be a public memorial for Lisa Marie Presley. Over the weekend at Graceland, Presley, who was 54, died suddenly last week. She'll be buried next to her son. 4 minutes after the hour.
Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.